Welcome to the Midnight Session. It's currently 3:30. I'm your host, Scott. This week we'll be talking to an indie band called Island of Eyes and a guitar duo, Voyager. Let's take a look at Island of Eyes' new track, I Want You to Fall in Love.
This one's for you. I want you to fall in love. And tell me, have you ever been in love? And tell me, would you ever love another? I'm so tired of making myself wait, wondering if this could be the day. 'Cause when the world is ending we won't know. And paper boats on flooded streets and rainbows. I don't wanna waste my one chance to take your hand and tell you my happenstance. 'Cause your smile is what I love, and your kiss is what I love, and that's why I want you to fall in love, to fall in love, and that's why I want you to fall in love, to fall in love. I will travel half the world to be standing by your side with you next to me. Just crossing off the world to be with you. Sounds like something I would like to do. 'Cause I just gotta tell you, baby, that your smile is what I love, and your kiss when you give it to me, that is what I love, and that's why I want you to fall in love, to fall in love, and that's why I want you to fall in love, to fall in love. Won't you fall in love with me? Oh, you don't have to worry about me falling in love with you, 'cause that's already happened. Oh, and you don't have to worry about me being untrue or anything else either. Or like me being a liar and a cheater. Oh, that's not true. That's not true because that's not true because I want. 'Cause I want you to fall in love, to fall in love, and that's why I want you to fall in love, to fall in love.
That was Island of Eyes. Now let's welcome them into the studio. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, thanks, Scott.
Great.
Hey, that was
Good.
fantastic. That's baby making music, I think we can all agree.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
No worries. So we have Mitch and Rosie.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm just going to start off. How would you categorise your music?
I feel like we've often been described as like an indie folk band,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
indie folk pop.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you agree? You
Yeah,
agree
I
with the
would.
public's consensus?
Yeah.
How'd you get the name?
Well, my
Yeah.
name was originally it was a Spotify playlist. There's this song called "I Want You" by a Melbourne artist, Sloane Peterson. And I was like, this song is really sad but islandy. And I wanted to make this playlist that was like completely the same vibe. So I made this playlist and it was called Island of Tears. And I was like, that's way too sad. So then I made it Island of Eyes. And I was like, hey, that's a pretty cool band name.
Yeah, it just resonated, felt right.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
yourself? Do you agree?
Well, yeah, I kind of just joined the band after the name was already
Okay. it was already
made, so
established at that
I've got
point.
nothing to do with it.
Alright, cool. What was the story behind the lyrics?
The lyrics, I want you to fall in love. So,
Like me specifically, or
well,
Of
the song's
course.
about you, Scott.
I guess
But-
everyone who listens feels like it's about them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I guess it's kind of the, like, when I was writing it, all my songs are, like, based on personal experience. And then when I was writing the lyrics to that one, it's like, I was into someone, and I was like, it's that moment where you love someone so much, it doesn't even matter if they, like, love you back. It's like, you just want them to fall in love in the same way.
Yeah, okay,
Kind of
cool.
like a selfless love.
So you're
I
a bit of a
guess.
romantic. Like,
I've often
Yes.
been described as one, yes.
Yes, he is. Let's just, yes.
Thanks, Rosie.
Rosie, what's it like being a female in the industry?
Oh, it's very interesting, actually. I think most of the time everything's very mellow and good and it's very equal, but I think there are a lot of situations you can be put in. I've been in bands previously to this one that just feel a bit like you're an outsider, you're not included in conversations maybe, or you're not considered a musician, you're just kind of the woman.
Sometimes it's kind of like Island of Eyes, but in the bad way. Like, just being
Yeah,
objectified.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
right.
no, this band is so much better. I feel like there's literally no difference in how we treat each other.
There's
We
no
all
power
just-
struggle. No one's trying to take over the band.
No, not really.
Oh, that's
Except
good.
For, yeah, except for, no, except
Except for that one time. Did you want to
except
elaborate?
for
Like-
Mitch just being the best ever.
Yeah. Wow, that's very flattering.
It's a very lovely
Who are
of you
your
to say.
inspirations and influences?
I guess it's kind of been nice because as a band we've kind of gelled with like a lot of the artists that we listen to. So when we first came up with the band, it was just me and the drummer Omri and Finian and Noah.
Okay.
Rosie came in a little bit later, and from the get-go we were like all listened to like Arctic Monkeys, The Strokes, Flight of Conchords, like kind of all that. And then Rosie joined the band, and it just worked so well because she was like into a lot of the same stuff that Finian and Omri are into.
So
like,
similar
Yeah.
taste across
Yeah.
the board.
Yeah.
Perfect. No one threw in a curveball like the Wiggles. Or
I
anything.
feel like I threw in the curveball of
Yeah.
really wanting harmonies and things to
Yeah.
have a lot more like interesting harmonies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I
okay.
know that Finn and Omri are the same kind of vibe, so I think I tried to chuck that in, and Finn and I come up with some
Yeah.
nice
Oh, that's cool.
things.
Yeah.
Try and
Rose has
elevate it,
been-
different perspectives.
Rosie's been great at like making the songs, I guess, a little bit more complex and like audibly interesting.
Yeah.
Which has
okay.
been nice.
Oh,
That's
thank
a
you.
good way of explaining it. Yeah. Where did you guys play your first gig?
We played. I guess the first gig we played as a band was at Indie Bar.
Yeah.
We did a little plug and play.
Indie
And
bar.
then
Do they specialize in indie music?
I guess anyone can do a plug and play. Like
Yeah.
Indie Bar.
Okay.
It's not
I'm
actually all indie music. There's actually quite a lot of like,
Yeah.
I would say rock.
Not to be
music.
sponsored by the Indie Bar, but every single Thursday they've got like open mic. Anyone can play, and it's always packed, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's a good opportunity to play. But then we played our first headline planned gig at the Sewing Room, which was really
Sewing
fun.
room. Okay. How was that? How'd that go?
That was very good, actually. We
Yeah.
kind of like meshed it in with one of the support acts, Ulla. It was her birthday.
Okay.
So we were like, yep, birthday gig for Ulla as well as our first headliner. It went really well. We had a great turnout. I think it all ran really smoothly as well. So
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, last question. What's your favorite era of music?
That's a.
Oh, I feel like
You can't just.
All right. Get ready
Yeah.
on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
80s.
60s.
60s. All right.
No, actually, I'm changing it to 70s.
70s.
True.
All right. We'll keep it
Mine's-
60s, 70s, 80s,
Mine's
90s.
like
around that area.
early
Yeah.
80s.
All right, guys. Well, now we also have a new band called Voyager in the studio this evening. Let's welcome onto the couch after we view their latest song. was Voyager, and here they are in the studio. Guys, that was great.
Thanks.
All right, first question. Why did you choose to cover that song?
It's from an album that is, it's got this vibe of, like, I've always been drawn to it. It's got this vibe of mysticism and all sorts of weird things
Just
going on.
spoke to you.
Yeah. And that song in particular fits the way that we play. Like, not the other songs on the album don't really fit what we do so much, but this one, this one did.
So it makes sense with easy transition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. What was the motivation between the classical guitar and the electric guitar?
We have like the way our sound interacts together. Sometimes when we play live, it's both electric guitars, but for this one in particular, it's got a bit of a reggae groove, which sounds really interesting on an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought it was really good. Yeah. As brothers, do you guys find that like inhibits your playing style, or it, like, you know, it expands?
It enhances it. Definitely enhances it.
So you guys are close. You got a good relationship.
Yeah. I feel like if you have a close relationship with a sibling, the chances of like a personal clash is a lot lower.
Yeah. Can you do that thing where you finish each other's
sentences?
lyrics? I was going to
just
say
finish
lyrics.
Yeah, I can finish my own sentences. Thank you, Scott.
No, that's really cool. How much of your songs are improvisational based words?
So that one probably about 25% improvisation, 20% improvisation.
Okay, interesting.
because
I would have
it's a
thought it would
cover.
have been about 26, 27%. So that's
Anyway, but like some of our originals are more probably like 40% improvisation.
Okay.
Because we'll just have like Noah and I will play the melody, and then we'll have like a long sort of jam section.
Yeah.
Just like whatever happens in that.
Every song has that.
okay. So it's
All
always
songs
a
have
little
every
bit
song has
experimental.
it,
Like,
yeah.
Keeps it fresh.
It's
Keeps
the
it
fun part.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right. What's the Perth music scene like?
I think it's really good. I know a lot of local bands get heaps of support from, because Perth is super tightly knit, right? Like you can throw a band together and your first gig could be fully crowded just with people that you know, right? So it's really easy to get a nice backing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can carry that energy on.
Oh, that's really cool. What was your first gig?
First gig as Voyager was probably the Second Life markets. We usually play a lot of like markets and kind of relaxed
Nice.
like garden shows, that kind of thing. But we used to play in a band called Villanova, which was active in like 2016, 2017. And Noir and I were both in that, and Voyager is kind of the spiritual successor of
Okay.
that.
So was that like you guys just wanted to go off and forge your own path?
Yes, kind of, yeah.
Nice.
But that was like a full band. We used to play like Jack Rabbit Slims, that kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that's interesting. Is there anything you reckon you could do to like improve the Perth music scene? Do you guys find there's any limitations?
You can answer that.
I'm not really sure what you mean by improve the Perth music scene. Like, there's a lot of venues that have different styles that they push and so on. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
So you're pretty happy, like you reckon? Yeah. No, that's really cool, guys. You're also a classical pianist. I
Yeah.
heard. Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the hardest song you've ever had to learn to play? You can't say chopsticks.
No, probably the first ballade of Chopin. That's,
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I know that one.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
doing that the other day myself.
Yeah.
Also, like Titanic.
Yeah.
It's good.
My Heart Will Go On.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the first
He
song
asked me to play that for him the other day.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
Have you guys ever crossed paths before?
No,
I
I don't think so. Or maybe, I
I've
don't know.
heard of Voyager via the social media,
Okay.
and
Well,
that's probably about
Social media.
Instagram?
it's
that's
the only social media. Instagram, yeah, the one I mainly use.
So what's next for Voyager?
I think because we used to play as a full band before, and we've just been playing the two of us like guitar duos, kind of chill out thing. It would be cool to do a full sort of band.
Okay.
But I don't know, we need to find the right people. We don't really have anyone. in
So is
the
that
band,
more
so-
like you guys are picky? You don't want to just let anyone in the band?
Yeah.
Or trying to find people who are like.
He's quite pretty.
All right.
It's all right, we'll get there.
Nah, that's all right. And like ideally, like if you could play anywhere, where would it be?
In the world? Or
Yeah,
in
like your
Perth?
dream, like you can say anything.
Like on the moon?
The moon? That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's a
really
fun
good
goal,
acoustics
On the moon or on Mars or something?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been great having both of you guys here. So, Island of Eyes and Voyager. We're on the couch this evening. Before we wrap up, let's take a look at the upcoming gig in the sewing room. That's just something I want to do personally. So, You guys all right with that? You'll indulge me?
Yeah,
Of course.
All right. So, yeah, before we wrap it up, let's take a look at the upcoming gig at the Sewing Room.
Lincoln.
I'm Griff.
Tom.
Our band name is Fat Face.
Cool. Should we try that again?
We're playing at the Sewing Room in Northbridge on the 1st of December. Our music is fast, loud, energetic,
Rock music.
straight up rock and roll.
It's called Power Pop. I'd say it's in between like punk rock and surf rock.
Sort of like Heat Death of the Universe stuff.
Yeah, kind of like that, except not at all.
Are you guys excited to be sponsored by Beyond Blue and why?
Very
Yeah.
excited. Yes.
Yeah,
Very
we're stoked to be
excited.
It's good.
sponsored by Beyond Blue.
Yeah. Everybody should ask how their mates are going. And nobody should be afraid to sort of go and sort out their mental health.
Hope everyone has a good time because there's heaps of sick bands.
I want everybody to buy our merch
Yeah.
and put my son through school And donate to Beyond Blue. and donate to Beyond Blue.
And we're back. Thanks for indulging me, guys. Like I jumped ahead a bit there, but I'm a bit of a promo enthusiast, so I couldn't help myself. Now we're going to do a bit of an interview with both the bands. So collaborative, you guys can jump in, steal each other's answers, mix it up, just have fun with it, really. So what are each of your band's approaches to creating a song?
Well, okay. I feel like with our band, it's kind of like I'll go to the beach and I'll write some chords and lyrics,
Okay.
and I'll be like, "Hey guys, check out this thing," and they'll be like, "Cool," and then Rosie will add the keys and be like, "Hey, you should try this," and Omri would just immediately get the drums bang on, and then we'll work with Finian, get a lead guitar part, Noah's bass, and like I feel like it's very like I kind
I
of come
think
with
it's very
like a,
collaborative.
yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of come with a little idea, and then we all like add our little bits and pieces together.
Like a
and it
little
becomes-
musical babushka doll.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
he's the little baby one, and then we all just like
And it's
one by
bigger and
one
bigger
just
get
until
the
swallowed
it's out of
by the-
Yeah.
control. and
Yeah,
it's
of
actually become a
course.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
of course.
Awesome. What about you guys? Like, did you go to the beach as well? Or?
I love going to the beach, but I don't
Yeah,
get to go
that's
that
not the musical inspiration though. Usually one of us like comes up with some kind of groove, and
Okay.
the other one just plays some melody over
How's
the
it
top.
happen? Like you're in the kitchen, you're tapping away spoons,
Yeah.
and then you're like, "Hey, get in here!"
Yeah, pretty much.
Splashing
Yeah,
stuff around.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, cool. What's your favourite live music venues in Perth?
Bird,
Bird.
the Bird.
I think the stage is a bit small, but that's because I used to be with a 6-person band. And it was
Okay.
a
The
bit
Bird's not the venue for
squeezed.
that.
Yeah,
Six
Bird's
people on
not
stage
the venue.
does sound great.
Yeah, it was a bit, especially with a full. I had a Juno DS at that time, so it was 88. So
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
awful to work with.
6
but
on the stage and the little one sitting.
I mean, you've got a stage
yeah,
3
exactly,
now,
and that was
right?
often
Like-
me moving on. But I think it's a really good venue, just in the sense like socially. But
What
for-
about yourself,
yeah.
guys? Like Optus Stadium, Macca's?
I think my
Macca's is the dream. No, I like the main stage at the Rosemount's nice.
Okay.
I think my
yeah.
first
Good
ever
answer.
gig was at the Rosemount, so that's
Yeah,
like I've got a
Props
soft
to
spot
you.
for the
I think I
Rosemount.
watched my first ever gig at the Rosemount, so yeah, similar.
Nice.
What Perth musicians do you guys find inspiring, and why?
Mia June, because I love her. I honestly, not just I am friends with her, but I did know her music beforehand.
Okay, cool.
She was in my Spotify Wrapped as well. She's beautiful. She was very shocked by that, but I genuinely really like her approach to songwriting, and I think it's really raw somehow, but also very inclusive. It's not, the lyrics aren't specific enough where you feel like you can't relate because it's too much of their story. It does feel like everyone can apply to it in their own kind of way, which I
that's
really
really cool.
like.
Because I mean, you're all colleagues, but it's good that you're all fans as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, such a fan.
Yeah, I feel like I listen to a lot of Perth. I mean, anyone that knows me will know that I go like nuts for Perth music. I could just give like a bunch of names: Adam Snyder, Friends of Family, Georgia Rath, South Summit, beautiful.
Oh, South Summit, yes. Sorry.
What about yourself, guys?
I really like, I don't know if you know who Troy Roberts is. He's a jazz saxophonist.
I met him.
Me too, actually.
yeah.
So I'm obsessed with Troy Roberts, and I feel like he's such a weapon.
Like healthy obsession though, like just like
Yeah,
music or
it's
like-
very,
don't know really.
very
I have a
healthy
shrine.
obsession. So that's probably my answer.
We played against or with Yomi Ship once at like a Battle of the Bands thing, like years ago. And I remember they played after us, and I was just blown away. I was like, what is this?
Like, we suck.
Yeah, so mine is definitely Yomi Ship.
Instantly converted.
Yeah, straight away. They have amazing art. They have these wicked grooves, and like, yeah.
What would you give like advice, right? So say if there was a host and he wanted to get into making music himself, like what would you say to him
Do you
specifically?
want to get into music, Scott?
No, not me. I've got this gig.
I feel like just play things, show it to your friends, see what they like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So expose yourself.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
yeah.
And experiment. Don't like limit yourself straight away.
Okay.
And like make lots of friends, be very friendly and positive, and just get out there.
Nice. Any negative advice?
Um,
Counterproductive
don't close
advice.
yourself off. That's
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exposure is the most important thing, I think.
yeah, true.
Well, other than the quality of your music as well.
It does help quality.
Don't be afraid
write
to
bad
make
music.
mistakes. Right? Yeah.
I think we've already touched this in there before, but like, what's missing from the Perth music scene? Like, surely there's something.
I feel like
Cup holders,
I feel like
anything.
there's one thing that like a lot of people, it's contemporary discourse. Safe spaces.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had a few, I mean, very public issues with a couple of venues, and like, I mean, we're doing what we can to make it better. It is getting better, but I think there can be more put into place to
Yeah.
just ensure that there is a safe space, and then when things aren't safe, that they can be resolved and dealt with quickly.
Right. I do think that, like you did ask earlier about being a woman in the industry, I think that there's still a bit of, look, I'm predominantly a vocalist, which means I'm treated like a dumb singer a lot of the time. And I think that's the same for a lot of people I know that are women, that are singers. I'm not treated like an actual musician, even though I do play instruments.
It must be frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm also going to cut you off while you're speaking. Out of time. And that just happens to be a circumstance, right? This is a person. Thanks for coming, guys. Love your music, love your energy, love you guys. Completely professional way. And everyone wave to a camera. And also, guys, the sewing room. That's all we have time for, midnight session. I've been your host, Scott. Thanks very much, Island and Voyager, for coming in this evening. In next week's episode, we have artist Boy Boy and Ronan on the couch, so that's going to be exciting. And so make sure you tune in. See you then. Just keep waving. I've changed my knee over, but not my love for music. Thanks for coming, guys. It's been great. And as always, love music.